The first I ever heard of Dear Evan Hansen, I was doing the Book of Mormon on Broadway, and Pasek and Paul, who are the composers, reached out to me and said, we have this project and we're going to do sort of a cold reading of it, and we'd love for you to come in and play this role. It didn't even really have a title at that point. So when I went into that first reading in New York, I knew absolutely nothing. I immediately felt this sort of strange synergy with this character of Evan. His rhythm of speech and my rhythm of speech started to line up really beautifully, and the way that he sings and the way that he expresses himself seemed to really match my abilities. I just immediately fell in love with him and loved channeling my own anxiety and my own sort of constant state of worry through Evan Hansen. All of the seeds of what made it really special were already there from day one. The Pasek and Paul songs, like Waving Through a Window and For Forever and Words Fail, and so many of the bastions of the show were already beautiful.
They were able to make something so difficult sound so beautiful and aching and gorgeous.
When we first had those audiences, that was the first time that I and all of my colleagues realized what we had on our hands. That lightning in a bottle thing that is incredibly hard to find.
I was in the original Broadway production with Ben. I was an understudy at the time. I remember just like being like, God, I want to be like that guy when I grow up. I saw him do Evan Hansen, sometimes twice a day, for a year straight, with almost no breaks.
He's a very gifted singer and vocalist. I hate to use the word talent, because of course it is, but I saw how hard he worked as well.
It was like being at opening night, day after day after day. He could have a full breakdown and then somehow sing open throat, on pitch, and just do it all. It's like a magic trick. I couldn't believe it.
Words fail, there's nothing I can say, except sometimes you see everything you wanted, and sometimes you see everything you wish you had, and it's right there, right there, right there in front of you.
You should. I'm truly.
Making this movie and getting to know Ben, I hold the experience so close to my heart. We had the option to live on our own, but he texted me and said, should we just like live together in a house? I'm so glad we were able to do that. Just spending quality time together at the house was so important for the both of us as actors in the movie, and just as people. It really kept us sane.
Some people are just meant to do something in the world, you know? And that to me is Ben playing the part.
I've learned to slam on the brake before I even turn the key.
I think because he's coming from a place of really understanding this character's pain, vulnerabilities, and sweetness, that makes it so easy to emotionally connect to him.
Step out of the sun if you keep getting burned.
It was definitely a very scary undertaking to take a character that had created such a beloved sort of spot in the theater community and try to translate that to film.
On the outside, always looking in. Will I ever be more than I've always been? 'Cause I'm tapping on the glass. I'm waving through a window.
Here we have an opportunity to capture his performance. That's truly special.
There was one moment I will never forget, thinking, this is it. This is the last time he will sing this, and it was You'll Be Found. And I remember he gave me, at the end, his cast from it. That was very moving to me, that he would do that.
One of the more beautiful things about the whole Evan Hansen experience has been watching people that connect to it, giving it a life of its own through cover songs online and open letters about how it's affected their family relationships and their own relationships with themselves. Any iteration of that I ever come across only brings me joy, whether it's a young boy who feels anxious singing Waving Through a Window, or girls who connect to Zoe, or parents who feel seen by the Murphys, or single mothers who feel seen by Heidi. I don't have to necessarily worry about it ever going away because it's become irrevocably linked to so many people, and that's only wonderful to see.
Dear Evan Hansen, today at least, you're you, and that's enough.